In this video I'm going to show you how to create a line using two different commands. One is using the place smart line command, and the other one is using the place line command. I'm going to start out by using the place smart line command. I'm going to digitize the start point by clicking the left mouse button, and I'm going to digitize the end point of the line by clicking on the left mouse button one more time to draw the line. I'm going to now right click on the screen to exit out of the command. I've zoomed out and I'm going to be creating the line one more time using the place line tool. Place line tool gives you the option to draw a line just like I've done with place smart line, but in this case it also gives me the option to specify the length of the line or also specify the angle of the line that I'm going to draw. In this case I'm going to start off by specifying the start point. I'm going to specify 10,000 as the length of my line. Then I can digitize somewhere on the screen now to lock in an angle, or I can also go in there and I'm going to use an angle of 65 degrees, 22 minutes, 33 seconds east. That locks in the bearing for my line. I'm going to data point, and after that I'm going to right click to draw the line on my screen. I'm also going to show you how to draw a rectangle. Use the place block command to draw a rectangle. There are two ways of drawing it. One is orthogonally, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to digitize the begin point, and I'm going to drag my mouse away from the begin point to specify the top right hand corner of the block that I'm going to place to complete drawing a rectangle. The area that I have created right now, the default in the command is solid. I can specify just a hole too, and I also have the option to add a fill to it. I can draw my rectangle opaque, which uses the active color. In this case, the active color is 0, so that is what it is using for drawing my rectangle in there. Now the next option that I'm going to use is outline. In this case I'm going to choose a color for my outline, and I'm going to use that to draw my rectangle. This is placing a block or a rectangle in my DGN file using the orthogonal method.
Similarly,
I've specified the begin point. Now I'm going to specify the bottom right hand corner of my rectangle, and now I'm going to complete drawing the rectangle by specifying the top right hand corner of the rectangle. This is a rectangle drawn using the rotated method. Next I'm going to show you how to draw a circle. Similar to my rectangle command, I have the area type as defined as a hole or a solid. I want to choose solid in this case, and the fill type I'm choosing none. I don't want to have a fill color in there. I'm going to specify, let's say 500 for now. That'll draw the circle for me with a diameter that is 500. I'm going to measure it too. I'm going to use the measure tool, the distance between the edges of the circle, to get the diameter, which is 500 feet. The next command that I'm going to show you is how to draw an ellipse, and by clicking on the place ellipse command. I'm going to place an ellipse using the center method. I'm going to specify the center of my my ellipse. I'm going to specify my primary axis to be 1000 foot and my secondary axis to be 500 foot. I'm not going to use a rotation angle on there. I'm going to specify the second point and complete drawing the ellipse in there. In my drawing, I'm going to right click and end the command. Just like the command that I've shown you before, you have the option to specify the area to be a solid or a hole, and you can specify the fill type to be opaque or outlined, or have none as an option. Once you specify solid and use an opaque option, you have the option to use the active color, or if you use the outline, you can specify a fill color for your ellipse. You can also draw an ellipse using the edge. I'm going to start off by specifying the edge points on the ellipse, and I can specify the rotation angle by digitizing on the screen one more time. Right click on the screen, get out of the command to draw the ellipse. The next thing I'm going to show you is the process of creating a parabola in MicroStation. In order to do it, I'm going to go to my task menu, I'm going to be holding the B-spline by points command until I see this drop down box that you see right now, and select conic curve. That's the type of the curve that I'm going to create. The type of curve to be parabola. I'm going to be specifying tangent as my input by option. So I'm going to be specifying the start point, specifying the end point, and I'm going to define my intersection point by using the intersection point snap. I'm going to go snap on my first tangent using the tentative button on the mouse, and then I'm going to be hovering near my second tangent. As you can see, MicroStation already picked up the intersection point. I'm going to accept it to draw my parabola. I'm going to right click and get out of the command. The next tool that I'm going to show you is the replace arc command. I'm going to specify or create the arc using the method start center. I'm going to use my left mouse button to specify the start point. The radius that I'm going to use is 5000. To specify which direction you want to go, you can go digitize and then specify the length of the curve. That is the start and the center method. There's a center and start method too. You can specify the center point of the arc. The radius is already defined. The start angle is going to be, let's say, 90 degrees for now. And I'm going to go specify the sweep angle as, let's say, 160. Go in here and I'm going to go type in my sweep angle is 160. This is drawing the arc counterclockwise. I'm going to switch the direction from counterclockwise to clockwise. I'm going to use the third option, start, mid, and end in this case. I'm going to specify clockwise option as a direction. That is the start point for my arc that I'm going to draw. I'm going to go specify the length to be 1000 feet in this case. It's already drawing the arc for me. Then the start angle, I'm going to lock it at 90 degrees. So it's actually going to draw an arc for me which is like 5000 foot. In radius, this concludes the demonstration.